and the next state senator from District 49, Meunier.
What a great introduction. Ted sure does a nice job. I have to tell you, I am the luckiest state Senate candidate to have Ted Butler as my campaign manager. He does a great job. And it may be cold outside, but I tell you what, it's so very cool to see all of you here. Thank you so much for coming. Your participation here tonight makes our democratic system the best there is. We Minnesotans believe in acting on good ideas. We want good solutions to our collective challenges, and we put little stock in tired political ideas. We have a great tradition of people who have decided to get involved in government for the sole purpose of making our state better. And we are here tonight to continue that tradition. Let me please give a special thanks to my wife, Lisa, and daughter, Hannah. Until you've done it, you don't really notice. Until you've done it, you don't really understand the sacrifices that go involved along with public service. And often those sacrifices hit the family the hardest. And I keep asking Lisa, are you sure you're okay with all this? And she keeps giving me, yes, I am. So I'm assuming we're still good to go? All right, great. And it's been said that behind every great man is a great woman. And by no stretch of the imagination do I consider myself a great man. But I tell you what, I do have a great woman in my life. And we've been blessed with a beautiful, charming daughter. So I want to thank them for putting up the sacrifices where I serve you. Thank you. And you know, I couldn't ask for a better group of individuals to be on the stage with me here tonight. Mayors, city council members, county commissioners, they know a lot of things that a lot of St. Paul politicians do not. The people behind me know that to get positive things done for the community, it takes much more than party politics. The leaders with me here tonight may belong to different political parties, but that doesn't matter when you really talk about what's important and the people you serve. They need and expect their state senator to serve the people of their communities. This expectation is reasonable and possible. It's an expectation that I'm committed to model as your public servant. My friends behind me know the importance of balancing the needs of different groups of constituents. This means sometimes taking stands that are not popular, but this is how you serve the greater good. Certainly all the folks behind me have made decisions that were not in their own best political interest. In today's highly partisan world, some would say that's not prudent nor politically wise. But I think it's a reason that they were elected in the first place. I think it's honorable, so let's thank them for their selfless service. Thank you for being here. You know, that concept of service above political party, service for the greater good, that's an ideal we need back in the state of Minnesota. It's time we elect leaders who care more about standing up for better policies at the state capitol than those willing to please their political parties. Today, more than ever, we need leaders willing to do what is right. When I consider the representation of the Senate district now, I know something is seriously missing. It's a lack of leadership and a passion to serve. We need someone who has worked closely with the people from across the political spectrum. We need someone who knows how to develop the trust of people who are rightfully skeptical. And we need someone who believes in a fair chance for all, instead of someone who believes their political party ought to dictate what is right and what is wrong. I've spent a lifetime finding common ground on issues. I know we are strong because of what we have in common. We must get back to focusing on our commonalities instead of our differences. That's why, on this cold Minnesota night, I am officially announcing my candidacy for the Minnesota State Senate. But I can't do it alone. This is our race. This is our chance to bring civility and common sense back to Minnesota. This needs to be something that we do together. This is our chance to carry forward the idea that things ought to work out for the majority of us and reject the practice of winner-take-all politics. And here's how we're going to win that race together. We're going to rise above the rhetoric used to divide us. We're going to rise above the bickering and sound bites that are intended to destroy. We're going to find our common values with others who share our desire to get back to the basics and build a better foundation for tomorrow. As mayor, I've experienced firsthand what issues fill the council chambers. I hear from residents when issues affect them. I see my neighbors in the grocery store, and they tell me what's on their mind. You know what I hear the most? It's surprisingly simple. People just want a fair chance. They want a fair chance in life, they want a fair chance to succeed, and they want a fair chance for their families. A fair chance is the notion that those that work hard and play fair should be able to achieve their goals based on their own ability and personal desire to succeed. And the more I think about that, the more I realize this is really just the American dream. Our government, which is really you and me, ought to work for those willing to improve their family circumstances and those willing to make our communities a better place to live. When I first started thinking about this notion, we called it a square deal. And that was going fine until a friend of mine pointed out that Teddy Roosevelt had already coined the phrase. And I thought to myself, shoot, TR stole my idea. So that was out. We then went with a fair deal. And that didn't last very long either when we realized that Harry Truman had already coined the phrase. Dang it, first TR, then Harry Truman. I realized real quickly at this point I'm not a very good political historian, but I was somewhat flattered to realize I was thinking along the same line as some of our great presidents. So we kicked around the idea of a fair chance. A fair chance. A fair chance seems to describe perfectly what I've been hearing from people when they talk to me about issues that affect them. These are real issues and not just the sound bites and the talking points of the day. A fair chance, but how do we get there? I believe that in order for our government to allow us a fair chance, more people from all walks of life have to take additional personal responsibility. We need a balanced economic system that is responsive to the majority of us. And we need a new sense of accountability and transparency in government. A fair chance benefits honest, hard-working people who value life, family, and friends. Those of us who never take ourselves too seriously, but yet strive to improve ourselves each and every day. Those of us who respect our neighbors and want to leave this planet a better place than we found it. And those of us who know there's no better way to improve your self-esteem than do something nice and helpful for someone else. Consider the volunteers of the Soderville Athletic Association. These are hard-working people who donate thousands of hours so their kids can play baseball. They are providing lessons to the kids that build character and skills that will last a lifetime. They are teaching our kids about teamwork, cooperation, fair play, and the importance of good citizenship. These people deserve a fair chance. Since the birth of our country, the debate about the appropriate role of government has existed. However, the stalemate that it has created today between those on the left and those on the right is more prevalent than ever. And it's leaving the majority of us in the middle out of the conversation. Most Minnesotans know that a balance is needed. A government that does too much promotes dependence rather than independence. It stifles innovation and a belief that anything is possible. It rewards those willing to take advantage of the system, and it penalizes us who pay for it.